In Philadelphia, there has been one rapper whose journey has spanned over 20 years that has had the most triumphs and tribulations, whether it be on DVD, online, or in other forms, that even though he has never become a mainstream artist. That rapper's name is Quily. This is the rise, the recession and resurgence of Quily. Part 2, The Recession. During the mid-2010s, Quily was having much success with a hit song, dropping quality album like projects and getting mainstream like notoriety in which most people's minds thought would lead to a major record deal. So in April of 2016, when a grainy video would appear of him being beaten on a floor and screaming out that he couldn't see, it painted a way different image of the rapper that the average fan was not used to. On the contrary, listeners that have followed Quily's journey since he was in the Philadelphia underground rap scene have known or heard stories of Quily's character that weren't so flattering. One of the first times this was caught on camera was a YouTube video that was released in the mid-2000s was of an unknown man getting aggressive with Quily getting in his face while a young Quily just laughs it off.
I love you calling me a f***ing old head because I was bad shit like young boys.
The release of the video did little to no damage to Quily and just fell to the wayside. Even in that time period in which he would diss multiple underground rappers in the city on song, his opponents mentioned flaws in his character and real-life stories of him being the opposite of what he portrayed in his raps, but there was no videos or other concrete evidence to substantiate those claims. It wasn't until around 2009 when he got into a feud with fellow Philly rapper A.R. Ab, in which Quily dissed him unprovoked on an online blog video, which led to a heated phone call between the two in which a physical altercation was to take place that day, but never happened. Both men would eventually run into each other at a bowling event at a popular place at the time in downtown Philadelphia named Lucky Strikes, where it was rumored by various eyewitness accounts that Ab assaulted Quily viciously in front of his own entourage. Ab would confirm it in a video online years later.
One day, I get 10 calls, Quily talking about you on YouTube and boom, boom, boom. I'm like, Quily, man, talking about me on YouTube. And these talking about, hey, what you want to do, man? They hype like, fuck that nigga, I'm about to make 100 songs about him, about to air him out. We about to do this. We gonna jump on his ass. He know him. I know the nigga, from school, he ain't that ball of a nigga. Hey, what's up? I'm from up there. Let me spin on a block. I'm like, no. I say, boom. I look at it. I go get one of my little kids. We go to the Bull Flames, who had it with the camera. He the one that shot the footage. We go there, When he opened the door, like he seen a ghost, shook him up a little bit, They put Quily on the phone. Then Quily started talking reckless to him. That's why everybody knew the whole story. He was talking reckless to him on the phone, telling me the meeting places. And I'm going to them places with guns in the car. I could have got locked up, could have got ambushed, or I could have killed a lot of people. You know what I mean? It was a bad look for me. But I'm so mad because of the YouTube shit. Then I'm like, well, f it. He called from block number, so I can't call him while I'm up there. I'm just riding around in circles. So I'm on my way back, call me again, nigga, boom, 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 talking reckless again. I'm like, come where I'm at right now. So I park up again, come down here. He never came, I'm saying? I'm waiting again. So happened that Meek and my man Gandhi was right around the corner. You know what I mean? So I'm like, they called my phone, what's up, Ab, on some bullshit. I'm telling them the story. They said, we around the corner, meet us around the corner. Nigga strapped. You know what I'm saying? So I'm, Quily happened to call from another block number again while I'm talking to Gandhi and Meek. He, what's up? Nigga, you want to meet up with me? I'm like, nigga, I was at 2 different places you told me to come and you didn't come. You know what I mean? So I said, well, and I see him, I'm gonna knock him all out. So, but the next day, he had called, and we squashed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thinking was like, all right, I'm gonna leave him alone because he not really cut like that. You know what I'm saying? So a year later, I see him at the bowling joint. You know what I'm saying? And I'm mad. Like, he had a couple things with him, and I was still in my zone. But I'm like, damn, if I let him go, If I don't do nothing, what if you get on DVD and talk records to me again?
This would subside with the two teaming up to end the tension, with Quily seeming to be joining Ab's OBH rap crew. Even though that was a setback, nothing was more damaging than his feud with former Go-Getters group member Joey Jihad over Quily dissing Jihad's priceless mixtape that released in 2011 on Twitter, now named X. In retaliation, on October 18, 2011, Jihad posted a video on the popular video platform WorldStar Hip Hop of him, with Quily's child's mother Rachel in a hotel speaking about a sexual encounter they just had.
No, it's cute, wasn't it? Quilly come up and let my son be too cute. Who said it?
She said, well, what's wrong with you there? Round three.
I'm back.
I was trying to
Yeah, you stole my ice?
I needed it. I was trying to make some fish. Hear me?
What are you doing?
I lost it. I made a fish. I was trying to stand it.
I love you because I'm off. I'm like, yo.
I was trying to go though, but I busted quick. It pushed me to what that earring did it for me.
This video would go viral, which made Quily and Joey respond to each other with online blogs and explain their tension.
How does whole shit start though? Because I told him priceless was ass. I said you on there. I said you on. This is what I said on Twitter. I said you on there singing on every joint. You talking about eating ass and pussy on every joint. There's auto tune on every joint, and you took Meek Hook. He didn't like that. You feel me? But you know everything happened for a reason. So if that's all it took was for him to pull that out, I've been needed to say that. You feel me? Let the truth come out. Like, okay, you f my baby mom. Okay, at the end of the day, all right. But you got knocked the f out on Dolphin and Delhi on your block, dog. So you know, you win some, you lose some. Like, I'm winning right now, and everybody calling you a snake right now. Slime ball, that's slime ball right there.
Most like, don't try to tell Joe he a grind ball because I fucked the bitch who you told everybody I fucked already. You said it. I just told him I fucked her again, and you tried to pretend it didn't happen no more. You said, half my bitch, I fucked the bitch too. That's what we do. She for the crew. We ain't you, nigga.
You said you half fuck the bitch, that's what we do, nigga. Fuck this bitch too. They for the crew. We ain't you, nigga. I thought you knew. We ain't wiping no bitch. We just do it. Ain't no checks. We ain't Niking them bitch.
Remember that? Remember that? Come on, dog. You said that shit, dog. You said that. So what I say, I put your bitch on Twitter, and what you say on Twitter, you ain't my bitch, I ain't on your dick. What I say, I'm gonna put that bitch on WorldStar. What you say, no you can't. What I do? She thought that I ain't Bluetooth it from her phone to my phone. She had the video. She said, let's make a video because he had a bitch on his phone sucking his dick on my Hain Street Hustler 2 coming out soon, or on Wave 3 coming out soon, and had a crack his sucking dick. He told me she was hot about that shit, dog. She come get right with him. She said he was killing my shit from the back. That's what killed him. Hey, yo, that's what killed him to hear from her mouth.
After the incident, years would pass, and with Quily gaining success, making the Joey Jihad incident get overshadowed, but the 2016 viral beating would be the start of Quily's decline from stardom. The next event that would happen would further halt his rise. Not too long after, on April 17, 2016, Quily was shot as a gunman opened fire on 3 men at the corner of 9th and Ontario in North Philadelphia. Thankfully, he would survive his injuries after being taken to Albert Einstein Hospital and later be released. He would then take on the moniker Q-Pac, likening himself to the late legendary rapper Tupac, being they both had similar experiences surviving a shooting. He would also release a project with the same name in 2017 that was highly acclaimed, as it would be his last project on Deck Entertainment. Now, being that his prior success was fading, his name was starting to diminish as the next up to get mainstream attention, as other artists in the city would surpass him in getting major record deals. His growth would be stagnant, relegating him back to being an underground rapper, as now he would go independent. This did not stop more embarrassing moments to be captured of him, as another video surfaced of him being hit at a McDonald's. Another video would surface of his child's mother again, giving sexual favors to one of his former friends, while it also shows Quily seemingly apologizing to him. One that also stood out that came out shortly after was Quily attacking a man in the studio out of nowhere, claiming the man disrespected him for calling him a turkey, which is Philly slang for being a coward.
You called me a cold turkey, bro. I told you, bro. Don't nobody disrespect me. Don't nobody talk to me like that. On the strength of shells, that this is house, I'm not gonna fuck you up. But you're gonna apologize. You're gonna apologize to me right now.
You wanna go out back?
Apologize to me, bro.
You wanna go out back?
What you mean do I want to go out back,
Because you just
bro?
disrespected me by saying on the strength of this.
Bro,
okay, bro. That's
I'm
my
asking
blood
you, why
cousin,
you
bro.
disrespect me,
That's
bro?
my blood cousin, bro. That's my.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck off me! Get the fuck off me! Get the fuck off me!
Yo, watch out! Watch out!
Huh? You a get my fucking phone! Where my little brother at? Where my little brother at? This is turkey, nigga. I just welled on this nigga. You a pussy, nigga. I'm a murder, nigga. I'm a murder.
This would lead to other people posting videos of Quily doing odd behavior and getting into altercations, making him a laughingstock in the city and online. Most were starting to attribute his antics to heavy drug use, and he would also mention taking drugs in his songs. Once the 2020s came around, it got worse, as Quily would go live on his Instagram account periodically. On there, his wild antics would be on full display, as he would go back and forth with viewers, dissing rappers from the city, saying outrageous statements, and do more weird behavior. This made his image worse to the public, as people would just write him off as a once prominent rapper who has turned into a drug addict that no one would take seriously and make memes of.
And I'ma have to give you 2 warning shots just to get you up off me anyway. And anything else that I find funny throughout my day, I'm laughing. Ha ha ha. Tuh.
Yo, do me a favor. Stay far, far, far away from me. Turkey burger.
Mandarin oranges.
As soon as y'all see, I was yo, what's that? Teeth and palms. I'm looking at y'all like this. Look, hand on the pound. Look, y'all niggas.
Y'all should have dropped me that night. Y'all was supposed to finish me. It went in and went out. That little 40. That little 40 hit me with a ditty. I ate that shit. I walked in Einstein, my mom was calling me panicking. I walked in Einstein, I'm a soldier. You talking about? I walked in Einstein, boy was dead. He said, Quily, you I said, get off my give me a doctor. He got right in his group, the security boy. He said, Quily, you bleeding. I said, get off my I need a doctor, gang. Fuck that rap shit right now. That cool.
On the contrary, the memes of his rants, making up his own slang words and unhinged actions, would go viral, making Quily's Instagram following rise tremendously. Now, when he went live, he had thousands of people ready to watch and comments, even if it was just to troll him. Many of the lives would also be clipped up on YouTube and other media platforms where people could search and be entertained with them as well. Strangely enough, it became his greatest marketing tool for him to release music and make people pay attention to other endeavors he had. This would start to resurge Quily back into the spotlight. Part 3. Coming soon.